Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day. Today is the last day for absentee voting for the Sioux Falls city elections.
Absentee voting is available in person at the Minnehaha County Administration Building on the second floor. Voters will decide on the next mayor and city council members. There are also charter amendments you'll have to decide on. Election
day is on Tuesday, April 12th. KELOLAND News has compiled a list of resources, interviews, and links for the election. You can find that on KELOLAND.com. Then make sure to stay with us on Election Day for the latest coverage and results.
Both Minnehaha and Lincoln County's websites say that starting on Wednesday, voters will not be able to use absentee ballot drop-off boxes for the rest of 2022. That will start just one day after the Sioux Falls city election. Governor Kristi Noem says she supports counties banning ballot drop-off boxes. You can find reporting from Capitol News Bureau reporter Bob Mercer on the topic right here on KELOLAND.com.
KELOLAND News continues to dig through the hundreds of reports released in connection with the fatal crash involving Attorney General Jason Brownsburg.
An autopsy says there were high levels of an anti-anxiety medication in Joe Beaver's body. He was hit and killed by the car Brownsburg was driving the night of September 12, 2020, near Highmore. The autopsy determined that Beaver was over-medicating with lorazepam, a prescription anti-anxiety medication, but it wasn't a fatal level.
On Tuesday, the South Dakota House of Representatives will decide whether the Attorney General's conduct surrounding Beaver's death involved impeachable offenses. Stay with KELOLAND News on air and online with the latest details.
We hope to learn more details later this morning about reports of gunfire at an apartment on the east side of Sioux Falls. The call came in as a weapons violation just after 1:30 Sunday morning in the 4200 block of East 12th Street.
Police say someone fired a gun multiple times in the building. Investigators say no one was seriously hurt, and at this time, no one has been arrested. We expect to learn more about the incident during this morning's police briefing, which will stream on right here on KELOLAND.com.
Let's get a check now of your morning forecast with meteorologist Scott Munt, and plenty on the radar for the days ahead, Scott.
Yeah, we'll watch that as we do go into, well, maybe even late tonight, western, northern KELOLAND. A chance to see a couple of showers, both in the form of rain and snow. Even some thunderstorms may appear late in the day tomorrow in eastern and southeastern KELOLAND. Now, we already have some headlines out there. Blizzard warnings covering northwestern South Dakota. That goes into effect tomorrow, may last through Thursday. But much of western North Dakota underneath a blizzard warning. And this should give you a sign that, that storm system has moved a little farther to the north. We also have that winter storm watch for those areas highlighted in yellow in north central and northeastern KELOLAND. And then we have this for tomorrow, chance for severe weather in southeastern South Dakota, Iowa, and Minnesota. Something else we'll have to pay attention to. Now, temperatures this morning are in the teens, 20s, and 30s, as it looks like we'll have temperatures warm to the 50s and 60s today. More details on your forecast with Brian coming up.
Thank you, Scott. The University of South Dakota women's basketball team has announced its new coach.
Kayla Karius will become the Coyotes' 11th women's basketball coach. She's a familiar face to the program, serving as an assistant to Dawn Plitzowite for 2 seasons from 2016 to 2018.
Karius will be formally introduced at a press conference today at 11 a.m. in the Dakota Dome Club on USD's campus. The 7th annual Big Sioux River Greenway cleanup is happening later this month.
The city is calling for people to volunteer their time to help clean up the river on Saturday, April 23rd from 10 to noon. Volunteers can meet at several park locations along the bike trail to receive their bags and gloves and then help pick up trash. You can sign up on the City of Sioux Falls website. As we get closer to summer, more road construction projects will start up all over KELOLAND.
Today kicks off National Work Zone Awareness Week. It serves as an annual reminder for drivers to be attentive while traveling through work zones. Anytime you see orange cones, it should be a sign to slow down.
We just want to ask that, take time, give yourself extra time to get to your destination, plan your trip ahead of time, whether it's to work or wherever. There are different routes that you can take that hopefully would have less congestion.
At 4:30 this afternoon, the South Dakota Department of Transportation will host a Facebook Live event to highlight a few of the key road construction projects happening across the state.
That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, a number of headlines to go through. First of all, when it comes to fire weather concerns, we have a red flag warning today. Mitchell to Yankton points west and southwestward. We may see this again tomorrow. I would not be shocked at all if this actually advances even a little farther east, so keep that in mind. And now, on to the other things here. Winter weather, of course, Scott just mentioned here, we do have blizzard warnings in effect for far northwest South Dakota tomorrow. And really, this system can brush the north central with blizzard-like conditions. It just depends on the storm track. So that's why we have a winter storm watch. Gettysburg North there, including even Aberdeen on that. And then parts of the Black Hills getting clipped by that as well. Now, because the storm track has shifted farther north, we also anticipate severe weather parameters will be shifting northward. They do now extend into a big chunk of Iowa. Enhanced risk goes all the way north to Spencer and Sioux City. We'll have to watch that. Any slight northward adjustment would have some implications for even Sioux Falls. But again, at this point, Sioux Falls is under the marginal category. 50 to maybe close to 60-degree temperatures this afternoon. Many areas of KELOLAND. Looks pretty nice today. We're going to break out some low clouds and showers tomorrow morning from Aberdeen to Sioux Falls. I really don't expect that to be a lot of wet weather, but there will be some damp conditions. And then we'll break loose into sunshine and really start to warm up. Sioux Falls, we're going to position our high close to 70 in the warm sector. That could ignite some storms near Sioux Falls and then points eastward into southwest Minnesota and a portion of northwest Iowa. Again, they'll be scattered, but where they form, we could be looking at any mode of severe weather, especially hail and wind. A lot of that will quickly move east, though. It's not going to be a long-lasting episode of severe weather. I would probably cap that off easily by 10, and then it's cooling down and getting windy. And that's kind of the way we're going to write the rest of the forecast here. 60 today, Sioux Falls, 55, Rapid City. So after that good rebound tomorrow to 70, then we're in the 40s, and here comes the wind. Not necessarily overly wet, although there could be some rain or snow showers in the air, but I would say the wind is the primary concern. Thursday and Friday, 40 to 55-mile-an-hour winds are going to be coming. Easter Sunday, long ways off yet, but, you know, looking at an up and down pattern, we could be looking at a storm system by Easter. A little early to judge how much of that will be rain versus snow, but we'll keep you posted on that. And look at the 30s for Aberdeen. Where did spring go? It's going to be back to winter-like mode here for a while, as it's going to feel chilly. Pierre, Rapid City, too. We're expecting a lot of 30-degree weather later in the week. And that's going to be driven by those northwest winds off that snowpack in North Dakota and Montana. Check out the details with our latest forecast. A lot of good information online right here at KELOLAND.com.